6 years, 2,191 days. That is how long a red backpack sat somewhere in the woods above Millbrook Hollow, through 6 winters, 6 springs, and 6 birthdays that came and went without the boy who owned it. Then, on an ordinary October morning, a hunter crossing Harlan Ridge stopped walking. He had found something that should not have still existed. And what he found would reopen a case the county had quietly stopped believing it would ever solve. September 12th, 2013. A Thursday so unremarkable that no one thought to remember it. Until they had no choice. 9-year-old Noah Bennett left Millbrook Elementary at 3:15 p.m. Same time as always, same route as always. Down Chestnut Lane, past the ball field, across the wooden footbridge over Miller's Creek. 12 minutes, door to door. He had made the walk more than 1,000 times. A crossing guard waved him through at 3:19. A neighbor, mowing his lawn, remembers the red backpack bouncing against Noah's shoulders as the boy cut toward the creek trail. That neighbor's memory is the last confirmed sighting of Noah Bennett. 12 minutes should have brought him home. At 3:40, his mother, Sarah, was on the porch. At 4, she was on the trail, calling his name into trees that gave nothing back. By 5, half the town was calling it with her. What followed became the largest search in the county's history. 400 volunteers, a helicopter, divers working the length of Miller's Creek in water so cold their hands went numb in minutes. Search dogs picked up Noah's scent at the footbridge and held it, steady, unbroken, for nearly 200 yards. And then, like a sentence cut off mid-word, it simply stopped. No backpack, no shoe, no torn fabric on a branch, just silence where a trail should have continued. Investigators found only one thing that did not belong: a fresh tire impression pressed into soft earth on an old logging road running parallel to the trail. A road so overgrown that most people who had lived in Millbrook their entire lives did not know it existed. Whoever left that impression knew the road was there, and that single, quiet fact turned a search for a lost child into something far more disturbing. This was beginning to look less like an accident and more like a decision. The searchers went home. The news vans left. But Sarah Bennett never took down Noah's bedroom. Every September 12th, she baked his favorite cake, chocolate with far too many sprinkles, and set a place for him at the table. The tip line, once ringing hundreds of times a month, slowed to a trickle, then to nothing at all. By year 4, Noah Bennett had become the kind of name people in Millbrook lowered their voices to say. Until October of 2019, when a hunter on Harlan Ridge stopped walking and saw a flash of red beneath the leaves. Harlan Ridge sits 11 miles from Miller's Creek. 11 miles no 9-year-old walks alone, unnoticed, in the middle of an active search. Inside the backpack, forensics found what you would expect from a 4th grader's bag: a math workbook, warped soft by years of rain, a permission slip, still unsigned, and one thing that should never have been there at all, folded into the bottom seam as if forgotten or perhaps left on purpose: a gas station receipt, time-stamped 3 days after Noah disappeared, from a town 40 miles north. A town Sarah Bennett had never once visited, and her son had certainly never been to alone. Someone had that backpack after September 12th. Someone drove it north. Someone kept it. hidden, untouched, for 6 years. And then, for reasons investigators still cannot explain, someone carried it back and set it down on a ridge where it was almost certain to be found. Was it guilt finally catching up? A message meant for someone? Or a mistake? A single careless slip after 6 years of perfect silence? The gas station had closed years earlier, its old security footage erased long ago. The tire impression, preserved all this time, matched over 9,000 vehicles still registered in the state. The case remains open. Noah Bennett remains missing. The backpack came home. Noah never did. But its return proved the one thing his mother had believed for 6 long years, against all advice to move on. Somewhere out there, someone knows exactly what happened. Someone bought gas 40 miles north on a quiet Sunday in September. Someone drove a forgotten logging road that shouldn't have led anywhere. Someone climbed Harlan Ridge, carrying a memory they couldn't keep any longer. And someone, someday, may finally decide to speak. If this story stayed with you, share it. Because a name that keeps being spoken is a case that never truly closes. Noah Bennett walked home from school on an ordinary Thursday. Only his backpack made it back. He is still out there, somewhere.